Hello friends, we are doing personal attributes under the caption interpersonal relationship. Very important to survive in this business world, in this competitive world, because interpersonal relations very often act in the direction of making a uniformity modeled personality. But how successful they will prove depends very much on the particular person. Apart of that, interpersonal relations offer to individuals many incentives for development of their individuality. That depends on several aspects. The first is job skills versus attributes. It is not always easy to quantify the talents you bring to the table when applying for a job. Some help wanted postings ask for requirements such as good communication skills or people skills, but proving you have them might be tougher than proving you are skilled with a software program, for instance. That is because these intangibles are personal attributes, not job skills. For job hunters, it can be crucial to understand the differences so you can properly explain your strengths in a cover letter or interview. Job skills are known as hard skills, which means they are technical skills that can be learned through education or training. These might be techniques or processes such as how to operate a machine. On the other hand, attributes fall into the category of soft skills, personal or interpersonal talents that cannot necessarily be measured but still affect a worker's job performance. You can stand out as an applicant by describing both your practical job skills and personal characteristics that make you a good team player. Job skills that can be highlighted include proficiency with technology, whether on a basic level such as using social media or blogs, or on a more technical level such as the ability to do HTML programming. Being certified to use a specific equipment or tools to perform a construction task such as welding or carpentry also falls under the heading of job skills. Teachers are taught how to create lesson plans when they are education majors in college, and accountants understand how to format a balance sheet. A potential employer will assume that as a scientist or engineer, you have advanced technical skills. But some of them, including the analytic and problem-solving abilities that are central to what you do as a researcher, might remain invisible unless you are able to display them. That is, unless you also have such survival skills as communication, teaching, mentoring, teamwork, and leadership, your total effectiveness might be difficult to see. Basic among survival skills are social skills, which are increasingly important in all kinds of jobs, including research positions. They are used when you participate in a seminar, lead a team effort to solve a research problem, or give a public presentation. They should not be considered optional or extra. Scientists and engineers doing research are working more and more directly with non-scientists, members of the public, and clients to solve problems. All technical abilities being equal, the candidate who has strong social skills will be hired. In many jobs, you will spend a large part of your time in practicing non-technical skills. In 1994, the American Institute of Physics asked several thousand PhD physicists working in industry, government, and academy which skills they used most frequently in their jobs. The skills that they ranked highest were problem solving, interpersonal skills and technical writing. Very true. This happens even in IIT also. Skills are developed as we mature. And your years in school are a good time to make sure that you have the ones you need. Students who emerge as young scientists with a deficit of social and communication skills might be severely handicapped in pursuing a satisfying career. As the range of employment for scientists and engineers expands, especially in the non-academic world, it is vital to gain as many skills as possible before leaving the university setting. Attributes are aspects of your nature, although they can be developed. Unlike skills which enable you to do something, attributes enable you to be someone. Positive personal attributes such as fairness, humor, and kindness, I believe, should be considered necessary attributes for a teacher. However, the nature of teachers' work and the uniqueness of education profession should point us towards a different way of looking at quality teaching and, importantly, how we educate our pre-service teachers. Of course, a high level of professional competencies are vital, but positive personal attributes help to provide the essence of quality in teaching, the vital capacity of teaching to transform learners. What are the importance of personal qualities or attributes? That is a very pertinent question to think about. The way that we manage ourselves is a central part of being an effective leader. It is vital to recognize that personal qualities like self-awareness, self-confidence, self-control, self-knowledge, personal reflection, resilience, and determination are the foundation of how we behave. Being aware of your strengths and limitations in these areas will have direct effect on how you behave and interact with others and they with you. Without this awareness, it will be much more difficult, if not impossible, to behave in the way research has shown that leaders should. This, in turn, will have a direct impact on your colleagues, any team you work in, and the overall culture and climate within the team as well as within the organization. Self-esteem is very important qualities of personal attribute. What is self-esteem? Understand how beliefs affect how a person feels and acts. Listen to and identify irrational or harmful beliefs you may have, and understand how to change these negative beliefs when they occur. Self-management. Now, what is this? It means that how you assess your knowledge and skills accurately. Set specific, realistic personal goals. Monitor progress toward your goal. Responsibility that shows that work hard to reach goals even if task is unpleasant. Do quality work. Display high standard of attendance, honesty, energy, and optimism. Well, personal attributes valued by employers, that is also one of the important factors to discuss when we talk about interpersonal skill. All employers have their own personal attributes that they value. This helps them to find out about the industry that they are working in. Doing this will make the employers become more aware of what is going on which will gain them more knowledge and help to improve their skills. Self-motivation is where someone has own concern about achieving something and is well motivated by himself or herself without the continual influence of anyone else telling them what to do. This is really important to any employers, as it shows that you have own passion and determination to do the work. Leadership quality is also one of the important attributes. This is when you undertake a certain task and get others to follow what you have explained. This skill is important in IT industry, as it shows the employer that you are willing to be in lead of others and helps to achieve all the developments in the IT industry. There are some qualities that each person should have in order to become a good leader, and these include reliability, good communication skills, commitment, time management, and honesty. Respect is also one of the important attributes, and this means having a positive feeling about yourself and others. Employers should be respectful to others and believe in what they can do. In this case, confidence is mostly important, as it allows treating yourself and everyone else similarly. Dependability is again a very important part of personal attributes. This is when the employer counts on the employees to do what is required for the job. Also is when the owner trusts the workers with certain activities, such as being ready for work on time and completing all the tasks asked for the day. It can include helping others when you are done with your task to make the employer satisfied. It displays your enthusiasm to work. When we talk of personal quality, punctuality comes very prominently. This is when the employees arrive at the right time to work and are well prepared to take on any task set by their employer. This is really important in IT department, as it shows the employer that you are ready for work on time. Further, problem solving adds to personal attribute as very important part, and this is when the employees undertake a certain problem and resolve it by working on it. It is really important in the IT department, as it shows the employer that his or her workers do everything to solve the problem and find the best solution. And this is applicable to any research-oriented institute. Determination is yet another important aspect when we talk of personal qualities. This is when both the employer and the employee make important decisions within the job. The employer will make decisions on who to employ and what skills they have. The employees will have to satisfy the employer with the decisions they make when working for them. Independent workers. What does it mean when we talk about personal attributes? This is when someone works on their own to get their work done with no one's help. Exactly. And it happens. When an employer employs a new person, they will look at the skills that you have to see if you satisfy their needs. In research-oriented institute, department will look at independent working, which is important, as it gives the employer an understanding on how you work on your own. Further, time management that gives a very good definition to personal attribute or qualities. And this means managing time efficiently so that the right activity is carried out for the right amount of time. This is really important to an employer, as it shows that you are aware of what you have to do and how long you should do each task. It will benefit the institute like IIT, IT sector, as some of the tasks are time consuming. And if we talk of punctuality and time management, we should also discuss team working. And this is when a group of people work together by making decisions and sharing ideas on what can things be improved and how can they improve it. And this is really important in the premier institutes like IIT and IT sectors, as it shows the employer that you are able to cooperate with others in your team without any issues. Written, numerical and verbal skill. What is this? Under the caption personal attribute. This is the way that people communicate between each other. There are two ways of communication with others, which are the written, numerical and verbal skill. Some people may prefer the verbal skill because it's easier for them, but some people may prefer written, numerical because they like it better. Both of these are really important in the premier institutions and research institution, as it shows the employer that you are able to use numeric data and verbally communicate with others in a department. Planning and organizational skills. If we talk of research-oriented institutions, we need to know what is planning and organizational skill. This is one of the essential skills in any work in order to achieve a certain goal. These skills help employees to stay focused on their tasks and build confidence. It allows to quick thinking and decision making. This is important in topmost research-oriented departments and institutions, as it shows the employer that you are willing to do all the above. The best way to demonstrate your personal skills and qualities to the employer is during the job interview. Unfortunately, to get a job interview, you have to be shortlisted based on your CV, cover letter, and job application. One way to solve this problem is to make mention of your personal attributes and traits on your CV. This will give the employer the assurance that you do possess soft skills which will aid you in your job. Your interpersonal skills are your abilities to communicate and interact with others. Examples of interpersonal skills include communication, interpretation, body language, managing emotions, negotiating and resolving conflict. This is probably the single most important personal skill to include on your CV, as it is essential for almost all jobs and highly valued by employers. Your teamwork skills refer to how well you work with others in a team. So it should be mentioned in your CV very effectively. Key activities in teamwork include sharing information, helping to resolve a problem, working towards common goals, properly dividing tasks between team members. The reason why employers value team players is because everyone, no matter what their job is, will be working together with others to achieve certain goals or objectives. This is the very definition of a team. Therefore, we are all team players, and employers prefer the candidates that possess or have demonstrated excellent teamwork skills. Well, leadership is an important quality when we talk of job and job skills. It is an important quality to have even when you are not in a management or leadership position. Even in personal life, it is very important. This is because leadership consists of many other components that are desirable in any employee, including taking responsibility for one's own work and mistakes. Well, this is very important quality when you are in an institution or holding some important position. Having a long-term vision and not be short-sighted, being productive at all times, and leading others to a successful outcome. Possessing these characteristics means you do not need someone to spoon feed you or hold your hand on a daily basis in order for you to do your job. An effective way of demonstrating leadership skills on your CV is to mention any leadership positions you have held in the past. Now, if you are project manager, if you are class representative, if you are coach, leader, or captain of a sports club or team, you have to get some important qualities like leadership quality and coach quality. Attention to detail is highly valued by employers because applicants with attention to detail tend to strive for perfection in everything they do. They will go the extra mile and not settle for good enough. When writing, they will not make silly spelling or grammar mistakes or write badly formulated sentences and move on. When designing a product, they will design a product that fully meets the user requirements, not just party. Well, we are talking about leadership quality, which is an important personal attribute. So, they means the leadership quality person who has this quality to lead the work, the department, the organization, institution. It seems that it would be a pretty good idea to mention having attention to detail on your CV. Don't you agree? No employer wants to employ a candidate who takes forever to do the most trivial of tasks or sighs deeply whenever asked to do something. These type of candidates lack enthusiasm and personal drive. Employers are more interested in people who are enthusiastic about what they do, completing tasks with excellence and always looking forward to the next one. How can you demonstrate this on your CV? You could use CV keywords such as passionate, driven, motivated when speaking about your previous jobs, accomplishments, or career aspirations. Making CV is a very difficult task because the written words are going to present your character in front of the person who are going to hire you. Your initiative is your ability to initiate or to start things independently. It means that you do not sit and wait for things to happen or come to you. You make things happen and you make things come to you. You are always taking the first step when you require it and are never idle in the face of obstacles or challenges. Well, willingness to learn is also a very important attribute. No one knows it all. Some people think they do, but they don't. Employers are looking for people that are willing to learn and develop their skills and qualities further. The best way to indicate your willingness to learn is by stating on your CV that you are taking on this position in order to grow professionally, personally or technically. Whichever are applicable, you can write. A stress level, which is also very important because your ability to handle pressure and meet deadline is very important while writing your CV. Stress levels and pressure vary from one job to another. For example, when comparing the job of a surgeon to that of a cleaner. Applicants in most jobs, however, will one time or another experience extreme stress or pressure in order to get something completed or a problem issue resolved on time. Employers are interested to know whether these candidates will crack under pressure or stay calm and carry out the task efficiently. One way to reassure prospective employers of your ability to handle pressure is to make mention of it in your CV by giving real-world examples of instances in which you demonstrated having this ability. Examples could include like resolving conflicts, handling customer complaints from aggressive customers, previously working in a fast-paced or high-pressure work environments, meeting tight deadlines on time and within budget. So you can point out such qualities in bold. Now, flexibility is important because whole industries, let alone individual jobs, are constantly changing. This may be driven by competition, changing customer expectations or technology. The companies that adapt to the new realities survive, whereas those that can't or won't adapt will go out of business. It is for this reason that flexibility is a highly desired personal quality in any job candidate. Now, may I ask you certain questions? Can you handle new situations? Can you adapt to whatever circumstances you are presented with? Can you complete a task in more than just one way? Well, if you can, you are officially a flexible individual. Now, how to write your personal qualities and attributes, CV, very important, and this is what we are discussing. Well, you can write in your CV, the CV you are going to post it for a job, like I am a committed, hardworking, reliable manufacturing engineer with a strong manufacturing, engineering background and a positive attitude to challenges and opportunity. I have previously worked in busy, fast-paced and challenging environments with a track record of introducing improved methods of manufacture, resulting in reduced cost and increased operational efficiency. I take ownership of my task, and I am willing to go the extra mile to deliver and exceed expectations where possible. My current job role involves supporting production in several areas. Therefore, prioritizing means giving prior importance to any work. My work activity is a key strength that I have developed. Well, there are certain more point that you can write in employment section. For example, supervised a group of 6 contractors to demonstrate management skills, met deadline on time and within budget to demonstrate organizational skills, communicated with a wide range of stakeholders including colleagues, managers, clients, suppliers and the general public, provided emotional support to patients suffering from depression and anxiety. Hopefully, now you have a better idea of how the personality traits can influence our communications. I am sure that all my citing and examples are going to help you to develop your personal attributes as well as to help you to make a very rich and meaningful CV. Thank you very much.